baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, oh my baby back, baby back, baby back. Ribs. Baby back ribs are amazing. Whatever way you have them, they're always amazing, but these ones are going to be even better. For two reasons. One, we're going to cook them low and slow in a conventional oven, and that's going to make them fall off the bone, really tender, really beautiful. Then we're going to get them in Rockbox with a barbecue sauce, and they're going to go sticky, they're going to go tacky. They're going to be incredible. Okay, so we're going to make a dry rub to begin with. A basic dry rub is normally made up of sugar, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Once you've got those things in there, you can kind of riff off it how you want. You could make it super spicy, you can make it a bit more mild. This one's going to be quite warm, we're going to make it quite hot. So we're going to add the smoked paprika, we're going to add the chili powder, we're going to add a good pinch of cayenne as well, so that's where the heat's coming from. This is why it's going to be a warm rub. And then we're going to add some cumin as well. That's your dry rub done. So we're going to set that to one side, and we're going to get on with prepping our ribs, okay? So we're using baby back ribs here. You can get them from the supermarket, but quite often they've already got a rub on or something. So get to your butcher, support your local butcher, it's a good thing. Baby back ribs come from the loin of the animal, so it's where the ribs meet at the back. So they're often called loin ribs as well, you might see that, same thing. Ribs have a membrane running along the back here. We're going to take that off because that's going to make the ribs very tough, very hard to eat. Just going to cut down the middle. So we've got our two sets of ribs, and then we're going to get the membrane off, okay? It'll feel a bit like a sausage casing or something like that, and you can see how strong it is and how tough it is. If you're struggling to get hold of it, you can use a bit of kitchen towel just to help you grip, or you can dip your fingers in table salt, same as if you're skinning a fish or anything like that. So once you've got a grip on him, just put him all the way to the end, and off he comes. And there he is. Exactly the same the other side. Right, and there you go, baby back ribs, prepped and ready to go. So now the dry rub can get involved. So we're going to give this a good mix up together, and with this, the clue is in the name. It's called a rub. So you're really rubbing it into the bones, into the nooks and crannies. So yeah, you can do this with spare ribs. Sometimes they're a bit easier to get hold of. They take probably an hour or so longer cooking, and they're not quite as delicate as baby back ribs, and for me, just not quite as good looking when they're cooked. So these come out and they look cool. Right, so they're rubbed. So we're going to pop these into the foil, and we're just going to wrap them up. So nothing fancy about that, just kind of scrunch them together. A little bit of air in there isn't a problem, but we do want it nicely sealed. So we'll get them in a tray. And now these are going to go into a conventional oven at 140 degrees for 2.5 hours. So that's plenty of time to make a beautiful slaw that we're going to serve with the ribs, and a barbecue sauce that we're going to use to brush the ribs while they're cooking in Rockbox. Equally, you could make these the day before, 2 days before, up to 3 days before really. These will be fine in the fridge. We're going to start with the barbecue sauce. So I've got smoked paprika here, and we're just going to toast that lightly, okay? You'll probably be toasting that for about kind of 2 minutes or so, tops. You'll smell it start to get more fragrant. As soon as it gets to that stage, we're going to add the sugar. So we've got some brown sugar here, and we've also got some honey. So that sugar and that honey, that's now going to start to caramelise, okay? Right, so that's started to go really dark now as the sugar's started to caramelise, and we're going to get the vinegar in there. So we've got balsamic vinegar and cherry vinegar, 50-50 of the two. Okay, and that'll form a kind of paste now. So that paste is there, and we're just going to add a little squeeze of orange juice, and then we're going to add ketchup. So you'll find once you've got the ketchup in, you'll need to give it a little mix up. There'll be a few grainy bits in there from the sugar. Then we've set that on its lowest temperature, and we're just going to leave it to blip away for about 15 minutes or so. While that's blipping away, we're going to make the most amazing slaw. This is super easy, super quick, really complements the ribs nicely. I've got some mayonnaise here, and I've got some whole grain mustard to go in. And then what we've got here is radishes and celeriac. So start with the radishes, and we're just going to slice those. So into a few rounds like that. We'll probably do 2 straight into the mayo. So the other vegetable we're adding is one of my absolute favourites. This is a celeriac. Okay, so it's got that lovely kind of celery undertone. It's just a bit nuttier. So just take the top and the bottom off, thin strips off, and then we're going to cut these into matchsticks. Okay, so nice and tightly hold it, and then just in you go. And we're going to get the celeriac in there as well. Okay, then I'm going to get a little bit of colour in there with just some flat leaf parsley. Okay, then just give it a good mix together. Cool, so that's our uber quick slaw, done, ready to rock and roll. Now it's time to get those ribs. The ribs are done. The ribs are cooked for 2.5 hours. They've become beautiful. The fat's rendered down. You can see they're already falling apart in my hands, and they're cold. So that's mad. That's how much they're going to fall off the bone. These are going to be amazing. So what we've got here is the barbecue sauce that we made earlier. So we're going to get this one just spooned over. So at the moment, currently, where they've come out the oven, they've been in the conventional oven, they're probably, they're good ribs. But now, we're going to make them 10 out of 10 ribs. We're going to go in Rockbox. These are going to be 10 out of 10 ribs. So we're straight in, high flame, preheated Rockbox, red hot in there. So you're going to want to keep an eye on them. And we're going to look for visual clues. This isn't really an exact science to when these guys are cooked. So we're going to keep an eye on it and look for that kind of stickiness, that charring to happen on the outside. Rotate them when we need to, flip them when they're ready. It is hard though, because you just want to eat them now. And again, as we always say with Rockbox, you know, be conscious of that heat difference between the front and the back. So all in all, you'll probably be cooking these in a hot Rockbox, basting regularly, turning regularly, probably for about 8 minutes. Although they've had that long cook, they are nice and tender, they are nice and soft. Because we've let them chill overnight, we need to make sure they're cooked all the way through again before we get stuck in. If you were doing them from hot straight into Rockbox, you'd probably halve that down to about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so now they're nicely charred, getting sticky, so we're going to flip them over now. And you can see the difference on the other side where that's just kind of still dry rub, no barbecue sauce on there, no stickiness, no awesomeness. So turning them can be a bit problematic, but that's a good thing. They're hard to turn because they're falling apart. And we want that, we want falling apart. So once you've gone round, I'm just going to use a brush for the other side, going to be a bit more delicate on the other side. Right, so they've had another brush, we're going back in again. Okay, and we are good. Already falling apart there, literally falling off the bone. And just get the barbecue sauce that's left in the pan, get that on your brush and just give it a little stick over. Right, so you can cut them into little portions to make it a bit easier for everyone to eat. If you just cut in between the bones, they'll just literally fall off. You can see how much these are just coming off the bone. If you just pull the bone gently like that, it will just fall apart. And that's happened because we've slow cooked those. We've done those at 140 degrees for 2.5 hours. Then they've had that beautiful sugary barbecue sauce that's gone all over them, got charred in the Rockbox, and we've got this incredible celeriac and radish coleslaw that's going to go with it as well. It's just going to be a light, kind of lightness to the mad heat that we've got on those ribs. Ready to get stuck in.